Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can design, pitch, and launch your very own community project right now. And honestly, the best part about all of this, you absolutely do not need to wait until you grow up to get started. So let's jump right in. Have you ever felt totally frustrated being told that you just need to wait? Wait for graduation, wait to get a college degree, or wait to land some fancy job title before you can actually make a real difference in the world? We have all been there. Society loves to treat leadership like it's some sort of superpower you just magically unlock when you hit a certain age. But spoiler alert, that simply isn't true. The real answer here is something called micro-leadership. Basically, this is all about spotting a small problem right in your direct environment, planning a specific solution, and then launching a doable initiative that creates real impact. True leadership isn't always about running some massive global organization or commanding thousands of volunteers. It's about taking tangible action today. Just picture a teenager who notices the seniors in their neighborhood constantly struggling with basic smartphone features. Instead of just shrugging it off, they grab a few friends and start a 1-hour weekend tech help clinic at the local library. That right there, that is real leadership in action. To help get you there, we're going to walk through a quick 5-phase roadmap today. Spark, shape, pitch, build, and shine. Let's get to it. All right, starting off with phase 1, spark. This is all about finding your idea. Look, the absolute best ideas don't come from sitting in a sterile room trying to invent something that just looks impressive on a college app. No, they actually come from your daily annoyances. Think about it. The missing recycling bins at school, those elders struggling with their tech, or maybe that incredibly messy, neglected local park you walk past every single afternoon. To brainstorm your project, literally just write down the things that bother you every day. Why? Because having authentic passion and a genuine sense of annoyance are what will actually keep you going when challenges inevitably pop up, not some fake motivation manufactured just to pad a resume. Moving right along to phase 2, shape, defining the project. So you've got this raw annoyance, right? Now you have to narrow it way, way down. Something like stopping global pollution, for instance, is an incredible goal. But let's be honest, it's completely overwhelming and, frankly, impossible for one person to tackle in a single weekend. But setting up school recycling bins? Now that is highly specific. That is a solvable, actionable, local project where your micro-leadership can actually thrive and show immediate, tangible results. To make absolutely sure your idea is really doable, you can use the SMART framework. It brilliantly grounds your project in reality. First, is it specific? You've got to know exactly what you're doing. Second, is it measurable? Meaning, how will you know exactly when you've succeeded? Third, is it achievable with the time and money you actually have right now? Fourth, is it relevant to your local community? And finally, is it time-bound? Meaning, does it have a clear start and a definitive end date? If you can check those 5 boxes, you've got a rock-solid project on your hands. But wait, before you finalize anything, you need a secret weapon, which is mini field research. You literally have to go out and talk to 5 or 10 real people who are directly affected by the problem you want to solve. Ask them questions, listen to their stories, and really absorb their feedback. Doing this before making formal plans gives your project massive credibility. It proves you aren't just guessing from afar about what people need. You actually went out, hit the pavement, and did the work to ask them. Okay, that brings us to phase 3, pitch, gaining early support. Stepping out of your cozy planning bubble can definitely be a little intimidating, but there's a 4-part pitch formula that makes it incredibly simple. First, state the problem and humanize it with a real story from that field research you just did. Second, state your incredibly clear solution. Third, outline your exact needs, like do you need a physical space, $50, or just a permission slip? And finally, state the measurable result you expect to achieve. You should be able to deliver this entire framework confidently in under 3 minutes. Trust me on this, having this structured pitch in your back pocket is a total game changer when you're talking to adults. But who exactly do you pitch to first? Definitely don't start by blindly emailing the mayor. Start with small, accessible supporters right in your daily life. Pitch to your school principal, a local shop owner you already know, or maybe the community center director. Securing an enthusiastic yes from just one of these people builds up your confidence immensely, and it gives you that vital credibility you'll need before you ever start pitching to larger institutions. Next up is phase 4, build, team and budget. A lot of people think you need this massive army of volunteers to be a real leader. You really don't. A tiny, tightly knit team of just 3 to 5 people is absolutely perfect, as long as you divide the roles based on everyone's natural strengths. You're going to need a communicator to handle the talking and to write the emails, an organizer to manage the gritty logistics and wrangle all your supplies, and a documenter to take photos and aggressively track your progress. When everyone completely owns their specific lane, the whole project just runs like a well-oiled machine. Now, of course, making this happen usually requires at least a little bit of money. But don't panic. You just need a super simple budget. List the item, the estimated cost, and your funding source. And hey, get creative here. That $50 for paint and brushes, that could easily be funded by a local hardware store sponsorship. Grabbing $20 for snacks might just take a super quick neighborhood donation drive. Transparently tracking your costs like this shows immense maturity and proves to everyone that you are handling the project responsibly. All right, time for a quick, harsh reality check. Launch day will go wrong. No matter how perfectly you plan, it might randomly start pouring down rain, your main volunteer might suddenly call in sick, or your crucial supplies might just arrive late. Always, always have a plan B. Why? Because adapting quickly to unexpected hiccups isn't a sign of failure at all. It's actually the ultimate proof of your true leadership. It shows everybody that you can keep a cool head when the pressure is really on. Which leads us to our final stop, Phase 5, Shine, Impact and Reflection. Once you officially launch, you have got to relentlessly document the journey. I mean it. Snap candid action photos right in the middle of the project. Track exactly how many people you helped or how many items you managed to collect. And grab your participants for quick 2-sentence quotes about their experience. Creating this tangible record is vital. It permanently captures your success and hands you concrete evidence for literally any future opportunities you might want to pursue. And this really gets to the core of why this entire explainer is so incredibly valuable for your future. When college admissions officers, or even future employers, look at your application, they can spot a superficial list of random clubs from a mile away. They always know when someone is just adding activities to look busy. What they actually crave is a genuine story of growth. Explaining how you stepped up, launched your own micro-project, and adapted when things went sideways, that changes their perspective of you entirely. It's powerful, it absolutely stands out, and most importantly, it's deeply authentic. I really want to leave you with this one empowering thought. Leadership is built through practice, not by waiting. You honestly don't need anyone's permission to start. Stepping up to lead and making a real, tangible difference in your community is a choice, and it's a choice you are entirely capable of making today. So, here is my challenge to you. Look around your neighborhood, look at your school, or even just your street. What local problem are you going to tackle tomorrow? Take that very first micro-leadership step. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see what you build.